Davos man is going to Davos, and he wants to rip apart NAFTA, and he wants to build a wall. You can't do both. How is this going to play out?
Well, there's several disagreements between the president as well as the leaders that are going to be gathering at the World Economic Forum in Davos, including those that you mentioned, and also on environmental agreements as well. Look, I've been talking with sources for the past week who have told me that the talks have essentially stalled with regards to the NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, and that really could potentially pose some significant risk for folks who want it. The next step in the NAFTA chain, though, is the end of March. That's when President Trump has to request Congress what's known as TPA, the authority for fast-track authority, in order for him to get this agreement. And so if he is not going to request that fast-track authority to get approval on NAFTA, that's a clear sign that he's not going to want NAFTA.
How close are the Republicans on the Hill and the president? How close are they on the same page of the architectural drawings of the wall? Is there like an image of what they want, and do they want it together, or are there 2 or 3 or 4 separate walls being discussed?
So, yeah, I mean, I think if folks outside watching this, geopolitically around the world, they might kind of scratch their heads and think about, what does that exactly mean? But it's a really good question because, look, the ultra-conservatives feel that there needs to be a large amount of financial backing to construct not only an actual wall, but also utilizing drone sources as well as increasing funding for interior and law enforcement officials. On the flip side of that, you have more moderate Republicans who are saying, hey, wait a minute, we don't need exactly a long entire wall along the border. We need to make sure that we're securing it through tunneling as well as drone usage and whatnot. So there's a bunch of different proposals. Now, President Trump yesterday at that press conference at the White House said to the reporters in the room, there's going to be some type of wall. He wants that photo op as well, but I think that ultimately how long that wall is or who he sides with, the Freedom Caucus, for example, or more moderate Republicans, he's willing to bargain with.